here's your top student of the day today.
Presentation. Oh, no problem. We want this presentation. Yep, and it's a whole
Southwest College graduates and families, distinguished guests and colleagues, it is my pleasure to welcome you here to the 2023 Southwest College graduation ceremony. We're here today to acknowledge your hard work, to celebrate your achievements, and to look forward eagerly to the opportunities this qualification will open for you. When Bob Dylan received the Nobel Prize for Literature, it was kind of an acknowledgement that song lyrics could contain some kind of wisdom. But when the Nobel Committee were talking, I'm sure they weren't really considering the folk singer Paddy Riley. But there's one of his songs that has a line that I think is very opposite today. He has a line in a song that says, "Our best asset is our best export too." Here in Tyrone and Fermanagh, we have many fantastic assets. We have the beautiful lakelands, we have rich farmland, we even have gold in them there hills. But any community's best asset is its people. So our community's best asset is you. Tyrone and Fermanagh as an area has a gradually ageing population as young people and working people leave the area in pursuit of qualifications or job opportunities. And we can't afford to continue to keep exporting our best asset. Tyrone and Fermanagh has world-class industries that needs its brightest and best to stay here, to continue to grow and develop. In Southwest College, we're very proud to play our part through our higher education provision in helping to provide opportunities to help to build our local economy and our local community. Of course, we're just one part of the whole ecosystem that provides these opportunities, and we're delighted to have with us representatives of local schools, local businesses, our local councils, economic development agencies, and the Department of Education, who all work with us to enable us to provide the service that we do. Thank you all for your presence here today as a show of that cooperation and support. Obviously, the awards that you're here to receive are enabled by our partner awarding organisations, and it's great to welcome representatives from our partner universities today, Professor Colin Turner and Mr. Michael Bauer from Ulster University and the Open University. The college has also always received tremendous cooperation and support from our sponsoring department, the Department for the Economy. And so I'm delighted to welcome Clean Athanasiou and Lorna Warren, long-time friends of the college, and particularly delighted to welcome Louise Watson in her first HE NFE graduation in her new role as Director of FE in the department. You're very welcome, Louise, and we hope you enjoy seeing at first hand the huge value of your department's support for local HE provision. I want to welcome our keynote speaker, Emma Weaver, and our student representative, Roisin Mina. You're very welcome to our celebration here today. And to start, I'd like to call on Brian Ingram from the governing body of Southwest College. Brian has spent over 30 years working in the Northern Ireland Prison Service, helping vulnerable adults and young people prepare for resettlement into the community and to develop life skills and qualifications for employment. In recognition of his significant leadership in the area of justice, Brian received the OBE in 2018. So I'd like you to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Brian Ingram.
Thank you, Padraig, for your kind invitation. And on behalf of the Board of Governors for the College, I'm honoured and privileged to extend a warm welcome to all of our college graduates. And we welcome your special guests and folks who will be with you, your parents, your partners, your friends, your relatives, but you're all very, very welcome to this very special event. On behalf of the Board of Governors, may I extend a very warm welcome to all of our distinguished guests sitting along the front and friends of the college. You're very welcome as well. This is very much the highlight of our college calendar. And we're delighted that you can join with our graduates and guests to make this one celebration, one to remember for a lifetime for everyone here. So thank you for being here. I'm also honoured and privileged to be here today because, like you, My educational journey was through a further educational college as well, and through an apprenticeship. And I'm delighted now, I'm proud to be a member of the Board of Governors for this college. So congratulations, and I'll say a little bit more about that later on. But today, I'm standing in for the chairman of our Board of Governors, Dr. Nicholas O'Shiel, who very much wanted to be here today to congratulate you personally, but due to other circumstances is not able to attend. But Nick sends his greetings to you and his warmest congratulations on all your achievements. So, graduates, you have made it over the winning line. You have run the race, and you're here on your own merit, and you should be rightfully proud of your achievements. Your race will have no doubt been littered with obstacles to get around and hurdles to get over. But I enjoy a bit of sport, and if you can bear with me for a few minutes, I want to share a story with you. These days, I'm mostly a sports spectator at my grandchildren's sporting events, but I remember some great sporting moments, some of which was inspirational, life-changing, society-changing, and world-changing. I'm sure most people here will have watched something of the last Olympics in Tokyo. I was glued to it. And you'll remember something unique from that game and all other Olympic Games, whether it was a flash of inspiration or extraordinary skill or team working or something courageous, commitment or some kind of personal investment. The preparation for those sports, those events, those races started for every athlete many, many years ago for that one moment, with total investment in time, in practice, emotion, mentality, commitment. And along the journey, there would have always been the knocks and injuries and dented dreams to overcome in order to cross that line. Then the race is won. That oh so desired medal is acquired. So it is for you, graduates. Your race is run, and your badge of honour will be the scroll here that you will soon be presented with. Now, there might be some people in the auditorium who can still remember Olympic Games from decades ago. I'm not going to ask you to put your hands up, but there will be some special moments we will all have remembered. And for me, I remember specifically the 1968 Olympic Games. Just a footnote, there might be some people here who can still remember watching sports as far back on black and white TV. And I had a conversation with a colleague just a few minutes ago, or a short while ago, and we were talking about digital technology. I'm still on black and white TV. I'm still on listening to commentators on radiograms. So, and for graduates, I have to say, for the benefit of you guys, black and white TVs operated through valves and light tubes and not through motherboards and central processing units. That came a lot later. Anyway, the Mexico Olympic Games in 1968 was remarkable for two reasons. Firstly, two African-American athletes, Tommy Smith and John Carlos, won gold and bronze in the same 200 metres race. And when accepting their medals on the podium, they used this as an opportunity to raise their hands in salute, to draw the world's attention to human rights issues in America and poverty, segregation, inhumane treatment, inequality, and racism. And I remember this event was televised all over the world, and it was a very powerful statement indeed. But important as that was, I want you to imagine another event that took place at the same time, not so centre stage, and almost missed for sure, but which also served as a powerful demonstration of courage, integrity, and commitment to those who were witnesses to it. Imagine the scene with me, please. The marathon is in the final event on the programme. The Olympic Stadium is packed, and there is a great excitement as the first athlete, an Ethiopian runner, enters the stadium, and the crowd erupts as he crosses the finish line. Way back in the field, there was another runner, John Stephen Akwari of Tanzania. And he has been lapped by all the other runners. And after 30 kilometres, his head is throbbing, his muscles are aching, and he falls to the ground. He has a serious leg injury, and officials want him to retire, but he refuses. And with his knee bandaged, John picks himself up and hobbles the remaining 12 kilometres to the finish line. An hour after the winner has finished, John enters the stadium. Most of the crowds have left the stadium, and only a few thousand are still mingling around in the stadium. And John enters the stadium and he begins to move around the track at a painstakingly low pace until finally he collapses over the finish line. Afterwards, when asked by a reporter why he had not dropped out, John said, "My country did not send me to start here, to start this race. They sent me to finish it." So to you graduates, you have finished your race here today, and we celebrate your crossing of the winning line. You have overcome the challenges thrown at you. You made the commitment, you made the sacrifices, and you persevered. You can hold your head up and say of yourselves, "I didn't sign up to start this course. I signed up to finish it." And I'm sure there will have been times along the track when you thought that the investment required of you, your time, and that of your family's time, your energy, your relationships, your friends, all of the emotional and physical investment required, together with all other important commitments and life challenges, was just too much. Not least the negative impacts of COVID and the need for hybrid working and online classes and tutorials. We take our hats off to you because you adapted and you overcame. You succeeded and you finished this part of the race. For that, the Board of Governors, the Principal and Chief Executive, the senior leadership team, all of the college faculties and managers, all of the college lecturers, instructors, and each and every non-teaching member of staff salute you. Salute you. Graduates, can I ask you to give appreciation and acknowledgement to those who ran the race alongside you by encouraging you and supporting you, particularly acknowledging your special guests here today? Can I ask you to acknowledge them? And on your behalf, graduates, can I give the recognition and appreciation due to your lecturers and assessors and instructors and non-teaching staff and all of the other people who made this very possible for you and invested in you and are rightly proud of you. And graduates, can I ask you to show your appreciation for those people as well? So looking forward, for those of you already in employment or at university, we hope that your learning and development here has enabled you to be more skillful, more knowledgeable, and able to contribute more effectively to your organisation and to exceed and succeed further in your particular economic environment or programme of studies. To those seeking employment, we hope that the skills and knowledge you have developed during your time here and the qualifications you have gained will open employment opportunities in many of the developing economies. Companies are now having to work differently, and as such, the increasing demand for smart technology, new and more efficient materials, new designs, new structures, more efficient transport, and agriculture and foods, and social re-engineering, all of that together with a greater demand for greener environments and sustainable resources will, we hope, broaden the scope for employment opportunities. In closing, I mentioned that you have completed this part of the race. And by that, we encourage you to consider your learning and development and fulfillment as being lifelong. And we would wish you back here to further your education. We are rightly proud of this college in this community, proud of what it stands for, proud of what it strives to achieve, proud of our desire for inclusivity and enlightenment, and we are proud of all of our students and proud of all of our staff, and we hope too you are rightly proud of your college and that you will be our ambassadors and role models for the future. So graduates, be proud of your achievements, be courageous, be confident, and be our future. Congratulations.
Brian, thank you. Along with your fellow governors, your commitment to the college is critical to ensuring that we continue to meet both the needs of our community and the the department's strategic objectives, and is much appreciated. Our keynote speaker today for this graduation is Emma Weaver. Emma is local from Fermanagh and a former student of the college. She's the founder of Mental Wealth International, supporting businesses to achieve better mental health and well-being within the workplace. She has over 23 years' experience in this area. She also founded Limitless in Leadership, supporting startups and entrepreneurs through personal mentoring alongside a business mastermind group. On top of all this, she's a best-selling author with her debut novel, The Blue Line, with a number more novels in the pipeline. The Blue Line is 4.6 out of 5 stars on Amazon, which I think is 92%. So that'd be a first-class honours, just if we were going to. She's also an international speaker and a 2-times TEDx speaker. And all of this brilliant work has led Emma to be recognised as one of Passion Vista's women leaders to look up to in 2021. We're so pleased to have you here today at our graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Weaver.
Thank you very much for that introduction. Thank you very much, Southwest College, for the invitation to speak here today. Being a past student, it is truly an honour. Firstly, I want to say congratulations and well done to each and every person graduating here today. You've made it. You've made it this far. You've overcome challenges over the past few years. You've built resilience that you perhaps didn't realise that you needed to build. You've made sacrifices that people may never understand or know about. Being here today, I encourage you to recognise that you have now gifted yourselves options and choices. You have set the foundation for your future, and now you get to decide the way forward. I was once sitting where you all are now, graduating from the Southwest College, although years ago it was called something else. I'm giving away my age here. I was in my early 20s, and I had my 5-year-old daughter sitting on my knee. It was quite a few years ago. In fact, would you believe it? It was September the 11th, 2001. The day of the Twin Towers in America. That's how I remember the date so well. It was also 3 weeks to the day since my little girl's dad had been killed on a motorbike. I didn't know what the future held for us. However, I did know one thing. We were going to be all right. Because like you all here today, I had gifted us options and choices that were going to see us through. I was now in a position to provide for us. Life definitely was not easy. Sacrifices were made, although having my daughter with me at my graduation was so important to show her, the next generation, what can be done when you set your goals, put your mind to it, and take action. And yous have all done that as well. Yous have taken the action to achieve these educational goals. Lead by example, because you never know who's watching your journey. From there, I worked for over 2 decades, managing mental health services predominantly across the Western Trust. So my role would have been to develop and deliver new services, really on what the trends were or the needs were of the area at the time within mental health. I also would have managed teams, budgets, contracts, and learnt a whole set of new skills along with my education. I worked my way into management. It wasn't easy, but I got there. And throughout all of this, I continued my educational journey. I kept learning all throughout those 2 decades, building my portfolio of my academic achievements. And I like that. I like to be able to work and learn at the same time, put into practice what I'd been learning. This is the beauty of education, especially locally. You get to have it all. You get to have a family life. You get to have support around you. Be present when it's most needed. And that is one, definitely, of the fundamental things of education locally. All while providing and continuing to learn at the same time. There are so many advantages to learning locally, and we are truly blessed to have South West College and everything that it has to offer at home. Life has many twists and turns. Not many of us escape challenges or adversity. However, with the right support and building your mental wealth and resilience, allowing yourself to equip yourself to overcome challenges and situations, you emerge stronger. It's like John Calvin's book says, you win or you learn. I've had many mentors throughout my life who have inspired me, motivated me, they've taught me, and they've been an integral part of my success. And way back in all those years ago, would you believe it, Lorraine Loughran, that was in the college, Michelle Macaulay and Mavis Rosen, God rest her, were 3 key figures through my education and journey that I still would have a bit of contact with Michelle even yet. It is also so important to be authentically yourself, especially in this journey. Know yourself. Understand who you are. Know your values and your vision. I encourage you to take time out to do this. It's one of the most important pieces of work that you will do for yourself. And really, it's only as I have got older, I've understood this more and more. Find your purpose and do it passionately. That is one of the many keys to success. This can change from time to time, and we can go down different routes, and that's okay. Honour your journey. After 2 decades, I decided to leave my job managing mental health services across the Western Trust, and I founded my own organisation, Mental Wealth International, supporting cultures of well-being in the workplace. I realised that there were gaps in the services that maybe I had the potential to help fill. So doing what I do best, I developed and I am now delivering new services. So it's about knowing yourself, knowing what you're good at, and adapting your skills to any situation. I recognised that my skills were transferable, and yours are too. Think limitlessly in all that you hope to achieve. It is so important. Always be ready for opportunities. And this is something I've always said. Always have yourself ready for opportunities that come your way. And if they're aligned with your vision and your values, and they're within your purpose, and you feel you can do it passionately, be ready. And if the opportunities don't present themselves, create your own. We live in a world now where hybrid working is considered normal in some workplaces. We have access to so much more now. Would you believe, way back when, I didn't even have a computer. I wrote all my assignments out, handwritten. and submitted them into to the teachers. So there's so many more advantages to learning and what is available to us all now. We have the flexibility to create our own path. I brought the first ever TEDx to Enniskillen. For anybody that doesn't know what TEDx talks are, they are a global platform seen by many as being the pinnacle of all talks. I have delivered 2 TED Talks of my own. One of them was on IVF, and the second one was on mental health and how we need to change the cultures and how we feel about mental health. Whenever I was delivering them talks, I remember thinking, why don't we have these opportunities locally? I'd love to bring this to my own community. So that's what I did. Along with my team, we brought a global platform locally to our community to create opportunities for other people. And you know what? Yous can too. Yous can create opportunities for yourselves and others. You just have to think limitlessly. Of all of the things that I've spoke about today, I would like you to consider these few takeaways. They're things that I've learned along the way. Surround yourself with the right people. This is essential in so many levels, both personally and professionally. It can be the difference in your success or your learning. The 4 Agreements. This is a great book, and I read it all the time. The first one, never assume. Never assume you know. Never assume what other people are thinking or doing. Ask. It's so important, and it's so good for your well-being to get that clarity. So never assume. Do not take anything personally. And this is something that we can all fall into the habit of. Do not take anything personally. Whatever it is that's going on, whether it's an experience or another person, it's quite often got nothing to do with you. So again, create your own vision, create your own path, and stay on it. Always do your best. And this is one of the things that at the end of the day, when you can go to bed or sit in the evenings and know that you tried your best that day, that is in success of your path and the way forward. It's really important. Why would you not? Be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word to others and also to yourself internally. Do not be your own worst critic. Look after your mental health and well-being. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. And to succeed in this world and create an impact and move forward, we need to be looking after ourselves more now than ever. Set your goals. Write them down. You are more likely to achieve your goals if you write them down. So write them down. Be intentional in all that you do. Again, understanding what you're hoping to achieve. Is it aligned with your values? Is it part of your vision? Be intentional. It saves wasting a lot of time if you know where you're at. So set clear goals. And if you don't know, that's okay. As I mentioned earlier on, having mentors is an integral part of success. Certainly was mine. Look after your mental health. Believe in all that you are to become all you can be. Thank you.
Emma, thank you very much for that inspirational talk. There's some very clear strategies for helping all of us, and in particular our graduates here today, to succeed, thrive and be happy in their professional lives, and to be inspired to set the highest of career and life goals and achieve them. I think your message is more necessary than ever at this point, and I think it's very timely, and thank you for that. And now we move to the most important part of the ceremony here today. We have graduates from 4 schools with us this afternoon. Certificates will be presented by Celine McCartan, Principal and Chief Executive, and Scholar of the Year awards will be presented by Brian Ingram. So I'd now like to call upon Mr. John Moss, Head of Faculty, to announce the South West College graduates for the School of Automotive and Electrical, the School of Engineering, the School of Mathematics and Computing, and the School of Natural and Built Environment. Mr. John Moss.
Thank you, Parry. Good morning, graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, welcome to our graduation ceremony. This probably is the most pleasurable aspect of my role as Head of Faculty for the Built Environment, Creative and Life Sciences in announcing the graduates from the South West College for 2023. Today's award is a culmination and the commitment and effort that you have made during your time with us at the college. But let's not forget, as mentioned previously, the huge support and encouragement that each of you have received from your family and friends, and how valuable that has been to you. Firstly, we will present the awards to the graduates from the Faculty of Automotive, Computing and Engineering. I would like to invite Celine McCartan, Chief Executive of South West College, to the stage to make the presentations, along with Brian Ingram from our governing body to present the Scholar of the Year awards. I present to you award holders from the School of Automotive and Electrical. For the award of IMI Level 5 Diploma in Automotive Management, Luke Jameson. Francis O'Neill. For the award of the City and Guilds Level 4 Certificate in Advanced Automotive Diagnostic Techniques, Kieran Doyle. James Gallagher. Patrick Horan. Ryan Seamus Hunter. Thomas Patrick Jones. Mark James McCusker. Gareth McGovern. Owen O'Reilly. I present to you award holders from the School of Engineering for the award of the Open University Bachelors of Engineering Honours Engineering, Mary Boyle. Sarah Ann Buchanan. Christopher Colin McGee. James Alistair Cook. James is also a Scholar of the Year. Brian, if you could make the presentation, please. Andrew Bolton. Connor Devine. Niall Doonan. Ryan Duncan. Joshua David Flanagan. Adrian McGuire. Jonathan McAleer. Lauren McAlliskey. Chris McConaughey. Seamus John McLaughlin. Adam McMaster. Roisin Ann Mina. David Samuel Moore. Denise Rose O'Hagan. Ryan Smith. For the award of Ulster University Foundation Degree in Engineering with Specialisms, Jack Edgar. Tyrone Henry. Shay Heron. Benjamin Samuel McKay. Dara Patrick Murphy. Hugh Murray. Blake Patterson. Colin Sharkey. For the award of the Pearson BTEC Level 4 High National Certificate in Engineering, General Engineering, Dermot Black. Michael Kieran Smith. Nicola Deanne Waters. I now present to you award holders from the School of Mathematics and Computing for the award of Open University Bachelor of Science Honours Computing Science, Kieran Canavan. Cian Joseph Casey. Keelan Colton. Luke Thomas Corbett. Jordan David Crosby. Jordan is also Scholar of the Year, so Brian, if you can make the award, please. Thomas Joseph Devlin. Jack James Knight. Athanasia Casta Denova Kovaliva. Nathan Alexander McConnell. Liam Murta. Ben Daniel Richardson. James Willis. Matthew Robert Nathan Young. For the award of Open University Bachelor of Science Ordinary Degree in Computer Science, Alex Hagan. Chris Michael Wade. For the award of the Ulster University Foundation Degree in Science in Computing, Timur Hodgson. Joaquim Martino Viana Barata. Zoe Jane Black. Lewis Coleman. Luke John Graham. Connor Martin Hagney. Amy Young. Beth McLean. Michael Anthony Murphy. For the award of Ulster University Foundation Degree in Science and Computing Certificate in Higher Education, Killian Dean. That concludes the presentation of awards for the Faculty of Automotive, Computing and Engineering. We will now present the awards to the graduates from the Faculty of Built Environment, Creative and Life Sciences. I present to you award holders from the School of the Natural and Built Environment for the award of also University Foundation Degree in Engineering and Civil Engineering, Emer Conlon. Alexander David James Crawford. Ben Foley. Ben is also our Scholar of the Year, so if you can make a presentation right. James Glasgow. Owen McCullough. Joe McGarvey. Stephen Quinn. For award of the Open University Bachelor of Science Honours in Construction Engineering and Management, Natasha Laura Anthony. Kieran Patrick Cutting. Dervla Devlin. Jill Halliday. Nathan Brian Goodfeller. Fiona Knox. Niall Mullen. Laura McBride. Arne McBrien. Victoria McCausland. Peter John McElhone. Ryan McGill. Megan O'Neill. Barry Gerald Scott. Reese William Edward Thompson. Reese is also Scholar of the Year, so if you can make that work, Brian, thank you. For the award of the Ulster University Foundation Degree in Construction Engineering with Surveying, Richard Clough. Cahir John Conroy. Evan Curran. Ryan Coy. Joel Henry. Connor Sean McAleer. Hannah Louise Scott Burrows. For the award of Open University Bachelor of Engineering Honours in Building Services with Sustainable Energy, Camila De Silva. Louise Martin. Louise is also Scholar of the Year, so Brian, if you can make a presentation to Louise. For the award of Open University Foundation Degree in Building Services with Sustainable Energy, Paul Michael Highland. Laura Ann McDermott. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Brian. That concludes the presentation of awards for the School of the Natural and Built Environment. I would like to congratulate all of our graduates on receiving your awards today. Before I sit down, I would like to ask you to give a huge round of applause to your family and friends, to your tutors, and all the staff of South West College for their support and dedication that they have shown you during the last number of years when you studied with us at the college. So if you can please do that. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Celine and Brian. It's great that now we're going to hear from one of today's graduates, Roisin Mina. Roisin's a real local, lifelong learner. She's from Barra, and she first came to the college to study a Sitting Guilds, then a national diploma. Then she took off some time to work and live her life. And then she came back to the college years later to take a foundation degree in engineering. And today, a foundation degree in engineering with Ulster University. And today she's graduating with an honours degree in engineering from our partner Open University, all while continuing to work locally in GMG Systems. I'm sure you all know it, on Derry Road. She started her national diploma on the top floor of the old building of the college in room D5, in a lab with chalk blackboards and manual breadboards. And she finished her degree in our fine new state-of-the-art building with touchscreen smartboards and pick-and-place robots. So she's very well placed to talk to us about her time in the college, about her journey and how it's fitted with her life, her career, and her plans for the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, Roisin Mina.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, friends and family. My name is Roisin Mina, and it is my honour today to deliver this vote of thanks to all those who have helped us through our South West College journey. In the words of John F. Kennedy, we must stop and thank the people who made a difference in our lives, and I hope to do just that this afternoon. As an adult learner, I came to South West College on a higher level apprenticeship where I studied a foundation degree in mechatronics. Doing the apprenticeship allowed me to keep working and study part-time. Better still, to study close to home. It wasn't easy getting the old brain back into study mode after a lengthy break from the classroom, but I had fantastic support from the lecturers and support staff at the college, and I'm glad to say I completed my foundation degree with a distinction. I didn't intend to take my studies any further, but the more I thought about the golden opportunity that I had right here on my doorstep, I decided to give the degree a go. What was the worst that could happen? I could fail, but at least I would have tried. So back I came, along with other like-minded, eager students, and the journey towards getting our degree began. So had COVID. So like all my fellow students here today, we were confined to communicating via our computers. Only when we were able to meet back in classrooms again were we able to get to know each other, form friendships, and support each other. And instead of a face on a screen, we had face-to-face lectures with our lecturers. Again, the work got done and the results were obtained. I'm pleased to say that I still work at JMG Systems here in Omagh, where I did my apprenticeship, and I'm currently one of their design engineers. This has all been possible with the opportunities I had through South West College. And here we are celebrating our successes today. Our graduation ceremony today took a lot of planning and organisation. I'd like to thank all those involved in the making of today's event a very enjoyable and successful one. I would like to thank our Governor, Brian Ingram, for his address. And I would also like to thank our guest speaker, Emma Weaver, an inspirational woman. I would like to thank our lecturers, who through the difficulties of the pandemic, continue to deliver lectures and deal with all the technicalities that presented themselves while trying to do this. They have guided us through the strangeness of online classes, coursework, and online exams professionally and calmly. We appreciate the amount of time and effort it took to arrange lectures from your own home and making yourselves available by email and phone to give us advice and guidance. The IT staff during this time were performing minor miracles on a daily basis, keeping us all hooked up and logged in. Thank you for your patience and time. To the library staff, who were always approachable and accommodating, to the caretakers, the canteen staff, technicians, office staff and cleaners who quietly work away, offering advice, helping fill in a form, opening a classroom door, serving us a coffee. Thank you for all your help. It did not go unnoticed. In case I've left anyone out, thank you to all the staff at South West College. You all make the journey through the college such a good experience, one that is enjoyable, pleasant and supportive. You all provide a great environment to study in. And I leave you with these words. Live life full of humanity, gratitude, intellectual curiosity, and never stop learning. Thank you.
Roisin, thank you very much for that. In many ways, you're like a living embodiment of the value of the work of all the partners, the local industry, partner universities, Ulster University and Open University that you came through, the department, the college, in providing local lifelong learning opportunities. I think you've pretty much covered every programme we offer in terms of apprenticeships, further education and higher education. So congratulations again on achieving your degree, and thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today. Our concluding speaker is Celine McCartan, Principal and Chief Executive of South West College. Celine has been with the college as Chief Executive now for 6 months now, and has brought new vision and energy and a real focus on the core of the college, its people. And I think that's visible here today in you, the students, and in we, the staff. So, ladies and gentlemen, Celine McCartan.
Distinguished guests, graduates, families, and colleagues, it's my pleasure, on behalf of the governing body and the staff at South West College, to echo all the words of welcome that you've had here today, and just really to thank you for coming to our graduation ceremony. So we've come together to recognise the achievements of the college's higher education students and apprentices, acknowledging the hard work and determination that has been demonstrated by all. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Celine McCartan. I'm Principal and Chief Executive of the South West College. And being here today to celebrate with you is one of the highlights of my career. As Principal, I'm immensely proud of all of our students, of our staff, and of everything that further education has to offer ambitious young people within our communities, as well as those who join us to upskill and retrain for new careers. This is my first official graduation ceremony as principal, so I want to tell you, if you'll indulge me, a little bit about my story. I am, and I think I always will be, a lifelong learner as well, and a student of further education. I too came to the college firstly as a full-time student a long time ago, and I then became an apprentice too. I completed professional exams and qualified as a chartered accountant, and I went on to complete a range of higher education courses up to master's level, and I did this all through part-time study. So I do understand some of the challenges and also some of the experiences, the good experiences that you will have had. Alongside that, I was working I was building experience, and that gave me more and better job opportunities. Quite early on, I decided I wanted to work in public services, and over 25 years ago now, I was very lucky to get the chance to join further education. I've been involved in the establishment of the South West College. I've been involved in some of the exciting building projects that we've delivered to give us the wonderful facilities that we have here. And I've worked to support and resource the excellent curriculum that is provided here. I've had my family here, and I've lived as part of the community that we serve, and I've faced all of the normal pressures and joys along the way. For me, it feels like further education, and the South West College in particular, has always been an important part of my life. So maybe, as Emma said, I've found my passion here. I hope that I have also given back in terms of service to education generally, and now as principal, to students, to staff, and to everyone that the college supports and serves. And the quote from Condoleezza Rice, the former US Secretary of State, that says, "There is no greater challenge and no greater honour than to be in public service," really resonates with me. I am dedicated to public service, but I've also realised that I get the most enjoyment out of empowering people, out of enriching lives, and inspiring learning. And that is why today is very special to me too. So thank you for listening to my story. Enough about that. Today is really about our graduates, our students. Today is a special day, and you did it. You're here with your family, spouses, children, parents, friends, and also the staff of the college to celebrate what really is a major achievement. In making the decision to pursue your education, you've opened a door to a whole new world of opportunity. And I can tell you from my experience, the more education that you attain, the more doors will open. And as someone who believes in lifelong learning, whilst pausing to recognise what you have achieved, it is my hope that this is only part of your education journey. You are now in the best possible position to progress in a world of opportunity, into highly competitive areas of employment, and for some of you into further study as well. So I encourage you to set your sights high and always be open to learning. Michelangelo is attributed as having said, "The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it is too low and we reach it." So I urge you to continue to aim high. And you can be assured that everyone at the South West College will remain your biggest champions and your supporters. I do encourage you to keep in touch with us, because we want to celebrate your successes and inspire others who will travel through this college. You leave for them a legacy of success that will empower others. So do not underestimate that and the impact that you are already having in the world. It's a privilege to share this important occasion with you, to see the pride on your faces collecting the certificates, and just that sense of accomplishment mixed with a little bit of relief as well. I wish you every happiness in your well-earned achievement, and I hope that you have some plans for later today or over the weekend to allow each of you to celebrate in style. I hope that some of you have seen the local papers this week, where we have formally published the list of 545 successful higher education students of the South West College in the last year, at levels 4, level 5 and level 6, spanning across 40 different courses. I'm sure you will agree that those are some impressive numbers. And as I stand here today, I'm very proud that we can offer higher education provision here in the South West College, and also continue to grow that alongside our partnerships with Open University, Ulster University, Queen's University, Pearson's and our other awarding bodies. I am strongly committed to providing our local community with these lifelong learning opportunities here on our doorstep. I believe that the enthusiasm, passion, and empathy demonstrated by our staff, alongside their experience and our collaborations with industry, has provided you with the highest standard of learning and teaching opportunities. In the words of author Michael Morpurgo, it is the teacher that makes the difference, not the classroom. And again, I would add my thanks to the staff on your behalf and also on my behalf. And I would also like to give special mention to the team of staff who've done so much in preparation for today's event, working tirelessly over the last number of weeks, and especially today. Thank you to you all. I would like to acknowledge the Department for the Economy, represented by Louise, Clement and Lorna. I want to thank them for their support for higher education in FE and in the South West College, without which we simply would not be able to deliver these programmes to our students. There is no end to education. You will all continue to read books, experience learning, and upskill yourselves in the weeks, months, and years ahead. And we at South West College wish you every success in your lifelong learning journey. And in closing, I want to challenge you to take what you've learnt from your time at South West College and go out from here with passion, with a driven determination to use your knowledge and skills within your next chapter, because you can make a difference. Finishing with the words of Nelson Mandela, we can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. So I want to thank and extend my congratulations to all the graduates on behalf of everyone at the college. You're pleased we're coming to an end, but before we do, I want to ask you just one last time to raise the roof for our class of 2022. It's my pleasure to declare this graduation ceremony now closed, and as we leave the stage, we invite our new graduates to join the academic procession. Thank you.